Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. You couldn't get enough of me. There's been pure vids over the last week or so. But yeah, in the words of a famous pioneer vibes cartel as one gone, the next one barn. So Wednesday, we know we play Chelsea. Now, I had a mare. Arsenal fried my brains. I actually previewed this game a week or so before it actually happened. Can you blame me? Arsenal's got me all over the place. But yeah, I don't think much has changed, ironically, since I did that preview. For me, what more is there to be said? We know 90 minutes, excluding extra time away from a cup final at Wembley. Yes, it's not necessarily the most glamorous of trophies and them things there, but you're playing a London rival. At the end of the day, professional footballers want to win trophies. This trophy only matters when your side win it. United fans only cared when they won it. Chelsea, Arsenal, I haven't seen us lift it in my lifetime, but if we win it, of course, it then becomes important. So yeah, and obviously teams are in it to win trophies, and I'm not glamorizing this trophy, but Europa League, wishful thinking at this moment in time, whether it can be done or not. The league, mathematically possible, but I mean, come on now, that league's gone. Top four, gone on paper, mathematically again possible, but the team isn't going to be there for me to go and do that. So yeah, FA Cup, we're obviously out of it, so this is a chance to win something at least win something for the young players, especially the likes of Nelson, get to the final. And like I said, we're playing Chelsea. What carrot is that then to beat Chelsea? You've either got, hopefully Bristol can overturn Manchester City, because naturally you want to play the easier side, but you've got City in the final. It'll be a great spectacle, man. And yeah, you're in, why not? You've got this far. Like, yeah, man. The biggest talking point probably is what formation we go with. Now, we've had success, and I say the word success lightly, against Chelsea, purely on the sense that we didn't get smacked up like we used to in a couple of years. We've been all right in a couple of fixtures. In regards to the formation, we've had success in a 4-3-3, like earlier on in the season when we went there without Ozil and Alexis. We've had success with three at the back. So what do we go with? For me, I'll allude to it later, but I'll probably go with three at the back, to be honest with you. Last game, little recap, it was 0-0. You know, Morata and Hazard got into lovely positions. Neither player had their shooting boots on. If Hazard does what he did against Brighton on Wednesday, it's peak for us. Chelsea are going to that final. Morata, I think he's back after his suspension. If he has his shooting boots on, yeah, you saw what Willian's going to do. I don't know for Pedro and Cesc, their injury problems. Chelsea fans are more clued up on that. But if they're about, we know Cesc. I don't need to speak about Cesc. Willian, he polarizes Chelsea fans' opinion. 1 minute he's the best thing since sliced bread, then he's crap. He's either going to score goals or make a decisive moment, or you know about his set pieces. There's not much more to be said. We know how Chelsea play, more to the sense that it seems like we play these men every week now. So yeah, we know what we need to do. We need to show up and stand up to be counted. Now, in regards to what I said about Hazard and Morata and these guys making fancy runs off the ball and things like we've seen, I mean, look at the last game. If Hazard had his shooting boots on, he could have had a hat-trick. I am more inclined to go give us a bit more stability and go three at the back. So with that in mind, this is my formation. I'm going to go check in goal. Mustafi, Koscielny, he's back, hopefully. Monreal, depending on Monreal's injury fitness, I know he came back in 22 minutes last night or so, and was it last night? Yeah, yesterday, and he got injured again, so I don't know if he's fit. If he's not fit, I'd put Chambers there. You guys know I've got a lot of time for holding, but his current form based on his last game, he don't deserve to get into the side right now. So I'll go with Chambers, Koscielny, Mustafi. Yeah, I'll go with Monreal at centre half if Chambers is if he's fit and Chambers come out the side. But that's the back three. So to recap, in case you didn't get over the waffling, Moss, Koscielny, Chambers at the back, check behind him in goal. I would go Maitland-Niles at right back, but it's likely to be Hector Bellerin, so we'll go with Hector Bellerin. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Maitland-Niles, so we'll go with Maitland-Niles, but personally, I'd play Kohler, to be honest with you. Now, midfield is where I've had a bit of a conundrum. Wilshere's got to play, first name on the team sheet. You've got to obviously have Ozil. Xhaka's likely to play, but he was clutching his hamstring against Palace, so I don't know if he's fit, but I'm going to go with Xhaka. There's also scope for Ramsey, but do I put Ramsey? Do we go with Ramsey and Wilshere? I do think they are better. They'll have more balance than all of us, myself included, give them credit for. But we've also spoken about how there's not really any balance, and is it really the time to try and mess around with that? Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm gonna go with Xhaka and Wilshere and Ozil. Up front, I've gone with Lacazette and Welbs. Now, I must admit, I say Welbs lightly. He's allegedly he might be joining the Turkish side, or he's injured, so we don't know for his actual fitness and whether he's actually about. But we know with Welbs, he's not going to score goals too tough, and if he is, it isn't going to be clean. But we know what he gives you off the ball, especially in big games like this. Credit shout out to Ferguson for that one. But I must admit, I am tempted to take Welbs out of the side, push Ozil further forward into the striker role, somewhat a crossbreed between a support striker /10. That will allow him to roam, pick up positions and things like that, and make spaces to find Lacazette and make space for Lacazette to make use of the space he creates to run off him. And with that, obviously, if Ozil moves out of the back three, or out back three, the three in midfield, well, five in midfield, but the three central midfielders, that now gives us scope to play El Nene or something like that. El Nene didn't have the best of second halves, but he had a good game convincingly, one of his better games this season. On the basis that Hazard and Pedro, if he's fit, and Willian, and all of these guys are fantastic attacking players and they make fantastic runs. Just to get a bit more stability on paper, just to get another body to try and block a shot or something, I'm tempted to play on Nene. But then there's the risk of respecting them way too much. There's also scope to play Iwobi as well, which I do think Iwobi will start against Chelsea, but I couldn't fit him into this side. There's scope to go again with 4-3-3 like we did against Palace, but I must admit, I do think we have to be a bit more stable defensively and frustrate Chelsea a bit. So yeah, we can't respect them too much. At the end of the day, it's 90 minutes, and if they score, it's a peak situation. So yeah, like I said, there's nothing more to be said. 90 minutes away from Wembley, these players owe it to themselves to leave that pitch. I'm not even at the point, the fans, they don't owe us nothing. We're at the point where I'm not even going to speak about fans. They owe it to themselves to leave that pitch knowing that they couldn't have tried any harder, and if Chelsea do win, they were just simply the better men, or it was a decision like the ref, which is out of their control. What we shouldn't be looking back at the end of the 90 minutes on Wednesday is that silly mistakes or people didn't give 100% effort and things like that. There's no Alexis. A lot of you haven't got any of the ability or class Alexis has, but on paper there's scope for places now. So if one of you, I don't know, let's just say Iwobi, for example, takes his chance against Chelsea, you're going to be in this side for the immediate future, regardless of what people think. There's a carrot for some players here. On top of just winning a cup at Wembley, I mean, and we can run that whole Spurs. We've won more cups at Wembley than Spurs again. And then Arsenal fans, if there's nothing much for the season, we just look for Spurs, man. So yeah, shout out to my Spurs and my Spurs fans supporting people, man. Shout out to you lot, man, because you banter me, but you lot are real, man. Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, Arsenal versus Chelsea, the semi-final preview. Hopefully we'll be playing against Bristol in the final. But yeah, I won't hold my breath for that. Guys, DG, I'm out. I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the team.